Tell me a bit about how you first knew Bob.
I had worked for Bob and Richardson the summer before my senior year in college. When I was a kid, senior year in college, just a kid, Bob called me and asked me to take a couple of courses at the graduate school in downtown Chicago. I was up in Evanston, Illinois. Bob Richardson asked me to do that and had a job for me. So he took people under his wing, and he didn't have to do any of that.
We had just sent out a giving statement, and Bob had sent in a gift about the same time. So they basically crossed in the mail. I get a phone call, and Bob is going into the fact that our giving statement was incorrect. So I said to him, look, I'll look into it, and I actually drove a new giving statement out to him. I think I spent a couple hours with him that day, and we really hit it off, and I was able to really share my heart and what Lifeline does, and he would share his heart, and we just connected.
In the decade that I knew him, in my role here at the foundation, we had more than a few conversations about his values and his vision, and developed some of the criteria by which we administer his legacy philanthropy. It's about empowerment, it's about education, and it's about free enterprise. It's about giving people an opportunity to realize their full potential. Some of the most important charitable causes to Bob are organizations like Junior Achievement and the Soup of Success program at Church Community Services. Ethos was important to Bob. He captured the idea of young people having the opportunity to have experiential learning experiences, and Lifeline was certainly important. He had a heart for kids that were less advantaged and felt as though some of his responsibility as a philanthropist was to even the playing field for kids. So interpret for me why you think Lifeline became important.
I think I became important to him with our friendship. And because he was that type of individual, it became important to him as well. Disadvantaged people, you had mentioned earlier, an individual who didn't have money for college, and he came through, and so that was part of him.
So in my work over the last 30 years of playing some part in people's charitable activity, Bob and a handful of others stand out to me because they truly understood the depth of the joy of generosity. We talk about philanthropy, and it is defined as the love of mankind. And Bob took his giving seriously. He was thoughtful and purposeful about his giving. There are some people that give and it is more transactional, or it is obligatory, it is out of gratitude. Bob gave because it created joy and purpose for him. He gave with incredibly open hands, and his giving was one of his greatest experiences and priorities, and he used his resources to share with others and to bless others and to empower others.
He did so much. He leaves a phenomenal legacy of inspiration and generosity, as you said. I mean, we've talked about little anecdotes all the way along, and each one points to the same concept. He put his umbrella over either a group or an individual, and he kept true to his word, and he made sure that that individual, and I guess I'm speaking to me now, I know there had to be others, but he made sure that individual was offered the best that he could possibly offer, and then support that. And he did that throughout my whole life. So, and I know he did it for others. A wonderful legacy he left.